Hello, I'm here today to review this book, The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. It came out in April 2024. If you're not familiar with Leigh Bardugo, she is known for her two YA trilogies, Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows, which are all set in this fictional universe called the Grishaverse. After that, she published an adult duology, which was sort of very dark academia / horror. And The Familiar is a bit different because it seems to be just a historical fiction standalone with some paranormal elements. The other interesting thing to me about it is that I guess like her other adult duology, it's more rooted in real events. So this book, The Familiar, takes place in 16th century Spain, so I think the second half of the 1500s. The main character is a scullery maid who is hiding her Jewish heritage, and she's doing this because this is during the Spanish Inquisition, a time when the King and Queen of Spain were either forcing Jews and Muslims to leave the country, or if they stayed, they had to convert to Roman Catholicism. However, there was also a lot of suspicion around these converts. Were they secretly practicing their religion of their birth? A lot of paranoia, a lot of accusations. So she's actually hiding two things. She's Jewish, and she also has the ability to perform magic. So her employers, by accident, discover this and have her perform magic for their guests as sort of a performer. And in doing this, she draws the attention of a very ambitious former courtier to the king, who wants to get back in the king's good graces, and he knows the king is having this tournament. The king wants to find a person with magical abilities to help him in his ambition, to fulfill his ambition. So Lucia, the main character, participates in this tournament. The other interesting thing to me about this book is it really felt reminiscent of the Shadow and Bone trilogy. There are quite a few parallels, a sort of plain and ordinary main character who has this gift that she has to come to terms with and learn to use. There's this very enigmatic love interest sort of character that felt very much like the Darkling in Shadow and Bone, and just a bit of a similar feel to me. So some reviewers have said that the book felt too YA to me, and it does have some of the tropes: the makeover scene, the training sequence, the tournament, the intense love affair. Even though this is an adult book, it does have a little more mature content than the YA books, but not much. I really enjoyed this book. I don't read a lot of historical fiction, and I was absolutely fascinated to learn more about this time in history. And because of the familiarity of the YA tropes, it felt much more accessible to me. So even though historical fiction is daunting to some readers, or maybe people worry that the book is too YA, I think the blend of it is very interesting, and I really enjoyed it a lot.